Growing up, I always enjoyed playing LEGO Star Wars video game, and so I decided I'm going to play through it again, but this time I'm going to 3D print more knockoff LEGOs based off of the various models that are featured in this game. The first character that stands out is the Phase 1 Clone Trooper, the original version with the hole in the helmet. This was pretty easy to print. I just had to download the current clone helmet model, and then open it in Blender and edit it to add that hole in the helmet just like the original. Luckily, I already had files for the rest of the minifigure parts. And here's the finished Phase 1 clone. Next, I wanted to 3D print the Phase 2 clones as well, since I thought these also looked pretty cool. And I actually printed a whole bunch of these. Of course, I had to print Jango Fett, and I already featured this print in another video, but here are some of the other versions that I made. I have Jango Fett with the face sticker, a Jango Fett with no face. Just for fun, I made a Boba Fett. There's this weird red version, one of my earliest attempts. Most importantly, I have this Anakin Skywalker edition. Yeah, very special, and I'm actually selling this one on eBay, starting bid of $200. Onto the bigger models, I wanted to 3D print the Jedi Starfighter, and these ships don't have much of a purpose in this game other than they got one lousy level devoted to them, and they also appear at the beginning of the Count Dooku Slaughter level. Very fun. In order to actually 3D print this ship, I had to heavily modify the original set design and remove any excess moving parts. I had to print the wings and cockpit glass parts separately so that each part would have a flat surface to print from. And this is my knockoff Jedi fighter. Very happy with how this one turned out. I saved the best model for last. The last model to print was the Slave 1 itself, the Jango Fett Slave 1 from 2002. This one was very difficult to print. There's a ton of moving parts, rotating parts, all of which had to be removed from the original design in order to make this printable. The model you see on the left was the original. You can see a whole lot of stuff in the interior that had to be removed. The model on the right, including all the scattered parts, is what I ended up 3D printing, and all those purple pieces are pieces that I had to add on, so those were not a part of the original design. And here it is, my 3D printed model of LEGO Slave 1. Like I said, most of the moving parts and rotating parts had to be taken out, but there's a few that are left, like this compartment down here that you can store small things inside of, and there's this compartment up here that's used to store Jango Fett's pistols, I believe. Don't remember what that was for. And you can see the cockpit right here. That concludes my video. I don't know if there's anyone else as obsessed with making knockoff Legos and ripping off Lego as I am, but anyways, thank you for watching. Next, I also wanted to do the Phase 2 clone, since I always like... I certainly saved the best one for last. To conclude this video, I wanted to 3D...